Okay, after that, the next class, which is I'm not sure when is our second class, that one is our journal article presentation. Make sure you have already recorded your presentation and put it on the and upload it on YouTube, and also paste the link on collaboration space. Okay, so we'll start now. Yeah, so we are going into chapter 3, methodology. Okay, so just a quick revision. All right, so there are a few types of research approach. Okay, this research approach, as the first one is quantitative. Okay, quantitative research. Okay, where the researchers will gather that numerical data. Okay, in terms of survey questionnaire. So survey questionnaire will be, for example, Likert scale, multiple choice question. Okay, so they will gather numerical data in the form of statistical data like mean, mode, median, percentage. Okay, then the second type of approach we have is the qualitative approach, where the researcher will gather data in the forms of words. Okay, through observation. The researcher take down notes. Okay, and also notes about the whatever that they are observing. Okay, after that, interview. So there will be question and then answer. So it is data that is gathered in forms of words. Okay, so there are two types. The first one is quantitative, the second one is qualitative. And then we have a third type of research approach. We call them mixed method, where we gather both numerical and word data. Okay, these findings are more credible because they support one another. Okay, so the words can be backed up by numbers, and the numbers can be backed up by words. Okay, the words will be able to explain the numerical data better, and the words can be backed up by numbers. Okay, because as we know, words are very much dependent on that researcher and his or her belief system. Okay, so that is why we need to actually have numerical data to back us up. Okay, but for the purpose of this research paper, we are only looking at the quantitative research method, where we will be doing a survey questionnaire. Okay. Okay, so let's look at the chapter 3. Okay, let me just start again. Okay, so chapter 1 is the introduction. Okay, which consists of background of the study, problem statement, significance, and research question. This is chapter 1. Then we will go into chapter 2, which is the literature review. Okay, the sub-themes of the topic. Okay, and then finally current study. Okay, so this is chapter 2. So today we are going to chapter 3, which is methodology. Okay, so there are 3 parts in the methodology chapter. The first part is participants. Okay, so before we go into the 3 parts, methodology is important. Okay, because now that we have described the study, the background, why is it important, what are the things that we want to analyze and find out. Okay, where we have done this in the introduction. Okay, we actually talk about the background of the study already. What is the study about? Why is it important? What is the problem now? And why is it important? And who will it benefit? And what are the questions that we want to answer in this research paper? Okay. Then after that, in chapter 2, we have literature review that will help us, that actually where we analyze and review past research that will help us to answer these 2 research questions. Okay, and tie it to our current study. Okay, so now we are done with this. We want to describe how we are going to conduct our research, how we are going to gather data. Okay, how are we going to collect data basically. Okay, so methodology is from the root word method. What is the method we are using to collect data? Okay, so the first thing that we are looking into is participants. We need people to participate in our study. So who are our participants? So in the participants, we describe and we explain our participants. For example, the most commonly used ones are age, gender, and where they are from. Okay, so this one here, it talks about 59 participants. Okay, so this person's study has 59 participants. The more participants you have, the more credible your research will be. Okay, 59 is quite a lot. Okay, the minimum requirement is 30 participants. Okay, you describe these participants. Okay, what is their age? Okay, where are they from? Sunway Nisty. What is their gender? And how old are they? Okay, so these are some of the basic information about your participants. And of course, because this paper is about academic performance, it talks about the CGPA of the participants. So under methodology, the first section is participants. Okay, who will be participating or who have participated in your study to help you collect data. So you explain and describe about your participants. Okay, after that we have measure and design. Okay, we talk about what type of research we are doing. Okay, we are doing a quantitative method. Okay, how are we doing it? Is it online or printed? This boy did an online survey questionnaire. Is it through Google Form or SurveyMonkey? There are a lot of online survey questionnaire platforms. So this boy used Google Forms. Okay, then you describe the types of questions you will be asking your participants. So these questions must be able to answer your research questions, which is what is the relationship between your IV and DV, and what are the effects of your IV and DV. So all these questions in your survey questionnaire must eventually answer the research questions. Okay, the survey questionnaire must be able to answer what is the relationship and what are the effects. So before that, you need to describe the type of question first. So in order to answer relationship and effects, so if you can see, participants were required to put CGPA. Okay, here. The survey question contains demographic information. This is quite standard. Okay. The amount of time spent. Okay. And whether they use it for academic purpose or pleasure purpose. Okay. So they also studied how much of time they spend to find the relationship with the mobile phone usage and academic performance, and also the effects of mobile phones. Okay, so they study to answer the research question, relationship and effects. Okay, so the question that he asked will be related to the two research questions to study the relationship and what are the effects. Okay, so there were a total of six sections. Okay, if you can see, the first one is demographic information, okay, which is the background. Okay, academic information and total frequency of cell phone use. What is your CGPA? How much time you spend? So this one here studies the relationship of the cell phone usage with academic performance. So by asking these two questions, right, you will be able to understand, to answer what is the relationship between mobile phone usage and also academic performance. So if let's say the person spends 12 hours and the CGPA is only 2.0, so this will show us that time, actually there is a strong relationship. So as you spend more time on your phone, your CGPA becomes lower. So and vice versa. So these questions here will be able to answer the first research question as seen here. Okay, and then the second question, which is the effects, is actually answered in the subsequent, actually asked in the subsequent subsections. For example, question 3, using mobile phone to call or text. Do you use your mobile phone to call or text? How much time do you spend? Okay, because it's about mobile phone usage ma. So do you use your mobile phone to play games? How much time you spend? So they want to see the effects and relate it back to academic performance. Okay, so this is measure and design. As you can see, right, the subsection of the questionnaire is actually tally with your literature review because it helps to answer the research questions. So can you see here, frequency of cell phone use on academic performance? Okay, you can see it is here as well. Okay, frequency of your mobile phone usage. Okay, then if you can see calling or texting, using mobile phone to call or text, this one tally here, calling or texting on academic performance. Okay, So they want to see what's the effect. Okay, then playing mobile games and academic performance. Okay, as you can see here, playing mobile games. And then we have social networking and academic purpose. If you look at the ones on top, there's social networking and academic performance. So your literature review is very important. It helps give you a guide, a framework as to what kind of questions you will ask in your measures and design. Okay, so this is measures and design. Then followed by procedure, how you collect data or analyze data. Okay, this boy here, this one here, okay, it's actually should be under procedure lah. He put it there, okay? So should be under procedure. So how you collect data and analyze data. So you should put something like the questionnaires were distributed online and it takes about 10 minutes, okay, to answer the question, okay? And also the data that you are collecting will be used to analyze using the Pearson's correlation coefficient, okay, and also central measurement of central tendency. This is quite advanced, okay. He did his own research of how to analyze data, but for you, you only need to use statistical analysis, the percentage, the mean, the median, the mode. So simple ones, okay. So you actually use statistical analysis, percentage, mean, and median, and mode, okay. So this is how you plan to analyze your data and how you collected your data, okay. So with that, basically, we are done with the methodology. So in brief, you need to have your participants. Who are your participants? You describe them. Okay, your measure and design. How are you going to carry out this research? Okay, using what method? Is it quantitative? Is it qualitative? Are you going to use survey questionnaire? Where are you going to create this survey questionnaire? Okay, what kind of questions are you going to use? Okay, procedure. How are you going to collect data, or how you collected data, and how you plan to analyze the data? Okay, so basically methodology only got three things. Okay, participants, followed by measures and design, the survey questionnaire, and procedure. Okay, basically the survey questionnaire, you can only create it once you are done with your literature review. Okay, so that is why literature review is very important. So literature review must answer these two questions. Okay, what's the relationship? What are the impacts or effects? Okay, method and procedure. Where got method? Jaka? Method is sometimes simultaneously used as methodology. So methodology is the big umbrella. So procedure is under method. So under procedure is how are you going to collect data and how you will be analyzing data. Basically, that is procedure. Okay? Any questions?